Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Shabs, and I'm back with another episode of Gullit on FIFA 17 Ultimate Team. So this series, as you guys know, is a podcast-style series where I talk to you guys, face-to-face, unscripted, unedited, unfiltered, nothing out of the ordinary, and no distractions or anything, just plain and simply speaking to you guys exactly like you would listen to a podcast, So yeah, let's get into it, guys. This episode is going to be number 7 of the Grind for Gullit, which, by the way, I am thinking about naming it something else. I need some nice ideas, guys. If you go in the comment section below, if you have any ideas rumbling around in your mind, please feel free to let me know. I've been thinking about calling it the Ultimate FIFA Podcast, or the Ultimate Team FIFA Podcast, and then numbering it off, 1, 2, 3, episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know how the jig goes. But guys, if you have anything more clever than that, let me know in the comment section below. But anyways, guys, let's get into it, guys. So as you know, first and foremost, all games are in Division 1 for this series, as you know, unless, of course, we get relegated, which, knock on wood, has not happened in a very long time. But boys, as we continue our experiment in the false 9, it is quickly becoming very apparent that it is an elite formation in this game. It is one of the best ones in terms of holding possession, in terms of counter-attacking, in terms of playing against people in the Weekend League. Because as you know, in the Weekend League, you come up against very narrow formations like the 4-1-2-1-2, obviously the second variant, formations like the 4-3-1-2, the 4-3-2-1. These are all counter based formations that, the 4-1-2-1-2 and the 4-3-1-2, you're looking to either hold possession or get off the counter and play it to one of your 3 players, your cam, your 2 strikers. You're looking for through balls, you're looking for overlapping in the attack with your midfielders. It's all about the counters with those formations. And as you know, the 4-3-2-1, it is all about those 3 attackers. Your center, your striker, your left forward, and your right forward. Look at that pass by N'Golo Kante. What a beautiful pass to my man Sterling. Can Raheem the Dream finish it? Unfortunately, he can't. But look at this. My opponent is like, you know what? Christmas is over, but I'm going to give you another gift. Another one, as DJ Khaled would say. What a horrible turnover. And if this clip does not tell you anything, guys, please be patient with your goalkeeper throw-ins. Be patient. No need to rush. It's the 70th minute. It's a tie game. He rushed it. He messed up. And I took advantage of that. It's going to happen in the Weekend League. Players are going to take advantage of it because these are the best players in the world that are playing you. Weekend League, there's no competition like it. I've played the Division 1, guys. I've won the title so many times I can't even remember. The Weekend League is a different animal just because of the servers, the latency, all this BS mixed together with the EA Sports aids, the kickoff glitches, getting backed out by opponents until you play someone that's really tough. All those things kind of combine into one huge little bubble called the Weekend League, and that's what makes it the most competitive game mode in FIFA. And honestly, I absolutely love it. Love the Weekend League. Greatest addition to FIFA ever made. But let's get back to what we were saying, guys. With the false 9, you always come up against formations like that, and what you need to do is, with the false 9, when you play against formations like that, the very narrow formations, obviously exploit your wings and keep possession, and you will be fine. Play a little bit slower, keep possession. Don't just pass it for passing's sake. Pass it for the reason to hold possession and to find openings, and find great runs that your players will eventually make. And if they don't, hold L1 on PS4 or LB on the Xbox One, and you will make the runs. You will force them to make the runs, and you'll be fine. But just make sure, with those formations, if you're finding that your opponent is catching on to you, and then he's trying to play your possession style, do not rush when you get the ball back. If you rush, you'll lose the ball again. It's not really a win-win scenario. This squad we come up against, guys, the Calcio A side with 3 informs, Brozovic, Perisic, and Dybala. Arguably 3 of the best players in the Serie A. What a tackle there by Brozovic. What a godly tackle. Those tackles remind me of Godrich. Luka Modric's Team of the Year card. What a tackle. Oh, and then I give him the ball. I gift him the ball with Kante. I'm like, yo, here you go, brother. I don't need it. I don't need to play FIFA. I want you to win. And he scores. He capitalizes like a Division 1 player would. But when it comes to the false 9, guys, you want to be using players with the proper work rates. The one thing I found this Weekend League is your 2 central midfielders. One of them has to have a high defensive work rate, and the other one has to have a high attacking work rate. So, the left-hand side of midfield, I always try to use a guy that's going to bomb up and down the field and score offensively, contribute offensively. Guys, like high work rates only. High work rates only on the left side of the midfield. Guys like Blaise Matuidi, Arturo Vidal, Renato Sanchez. You're looking at guys like, who am I missing here, guys? High work rates. You know the list. You know the whole list. Emmanuel Petit if you're going to use a legend. Those kind of players. And look at this banger. by Leighton Baines, our new super player on the left side of the midfield, of the defense. Trying him out left back, inform Baines. You know, so far so good. Great positioning, great strength, great defending, poor pace, but he just brings so much to the table that I don't think I'm ever gonna keep him off my team. You know, the only person that's obviously as good as this guy, I think, is Brema, and Brema's a legend, and he's what, 600k? Maybe I'm wrong on that. You know, quote me if I'm wrong, but like I said, guys, one high work rate and one high medium work rate works the best, the absolute best in the weekend league. In the false line. I'm just getting bottled up in the weekend league, boys. In the false line. But you can also have one midfielder that has medium low work rates as your attacking minded midfielder. But you just have to have some guy that has high work rates on your left side of the midfield or on the right side, whichever one you choose. But you need one box-to-box midfielder. Your CDM has to have medium high work rates, no mediums, medium high work rates, or even low high is better. A guy like Getty Medal from the Calcio A would be perfect. And then right side of the midfield, guys, you can use an attacking minded midfielder. You know, guys, anybody really, any cam. I've been using Firmino there and he works fine. You can use Coutinho, Pogba, Modric. Who else am I missing here? Eriksen, Payet. Whoever you want, boys, will fit in that position. And you also have to have all-around wing backs, boys. Guys like Baines is probably perfect in from Baines. Milner is a little weak on the pace, so I wouldn't use him. But Danny Rose would be good. Kyle Walker's inform card is perfect. You know, you can use Juanfran. You can use Tremulinas. What a tongue twister that is. And then you can use Marcelo. You know, you have a lot of options. And Alexander is actually the perfect defensive type of midfield. Look at that bang by Schneider. So let's talk about Wesley Sneijder, boys, because he's the next on the topic list, boys. Inform Wesley Sneijder is the best tank super sub, especially in the midfield, guys. Especially in the midfield, and more importantly, especially as a cam or a central mid, either on the false line or any formation that requires a cam, a central attacking midfielder. He is your boy. As you can see on the screen, guys, the two games that we've played are finito, and we did the Team of the Year guaranteed pack opening. Not pack opening, Squad Builder Challenge. The Team of the Week guaranteed Squad Builder Challenge, which was going for absolute cheap nickels and dimes compared to the dollar that they were going for a long time ago, boys. Because of the influx of pack openings and players that are in the market, guys like Inform Shawcross and Inform Alejandro Gomez, Inform Vasquez, they were all going for 13 to 15k, which made these SBCs very cheap. They were going for about 30 to 40k for each SBC. Now, is that worth it? That's actually even probably less than that, but as I said, is it worth it? You know, I think so, because I did 6 of these altogether, and I used it as an investment to try to get a good inform. Guys, out of 6 informs, you are guaranteed to get at least a decent player, right? You can't just get a bunch of 81s. Even at least one of them or two of them will be good players. And, you know, even if they're 84, 85 overall players, they could be guys like, you know, Jamie Vardy, who was going for, what, 300, 400k, and from Lukaku, who's going for a crazy amount, and from Martins. They don't necessarily have to be walkout informs, but they could be some of the best informs in terms of prices. So I wasn't afraid to do these because I thought of it as an investment, and I think it's going to pay off. And hopefully you guys did it too, because it was a very, very smart choice, especially during the Team of the Year pack opening, man. Those lightning rounds, those double chance Team of the Years, whatever hook that EA used on their fan base really worked, and the market was flooded. So yeah, guys, very good investment. But on the downside, the market is now inflated. Everybody has coins, and a lot of coins at that, and everybody's looking to spend, which means every special card in the game will likely go extinct at some point, you know, honestly. Especially Team of the Years. You know, I have Team of the Year Modric and Team of the Year Iniesta. I'm hoping they go extinct so I can make a big bang of bucks, a big buck on them, which is pretty much what everyone's hoping for. You know, it's ridiculous because everyone has a lot of coins. The weekend league is gonna inflate the market even more. Bro, everyone's prices are ridiculous. You know, Ronaldo at one point was 1.5 million about a month ago. Now he's going for almost 2 million coins. 1.85 to 1.95 is around his range right now. Ridiculous. You know, I understand he was out of packs for what was it, a week during the Team of the Year. But boys, what's the actual percentage that Ronaldo gets packed anyways? Not that high. So pretty much the same amount of Ronaldos that were on the market before are around how much there are right now. It's just that demand has increased. People have the coins to spend, so the prices are going to increase. You know, it's simple economics, and it makes a lot of sense. And that's where I'm a little lost, because I'm trying to figure out what my false 9 team should be. Because I'm like, man, I got 30 wins with the false 9 team just to test out the formation. I was using guys like Ander Herrera and guys like SBC Payet, who are great players, but they're not elite players. I'm just wondering to myself, man, if I use elite players, I could hit the top 100. Or even at least go elite 1, I could hit it. But I don't know what to do. I have coins. I have a little bit of coins left. about 1.8 to 2 million coins if my Modric and Iniesta sells. So if they do, guys, what do? I want to build a team around Del Piero. I want to build a team around maybe Messi as the false 9 guy and as on 7 cam. Maybe around Dybala, Greasy. But I don't know when to spend my coins, boys, and I'm sure you guys are in the same boat. And if you're taking it from me, guys, I don't know what to do. I don't know. This year, nobody knows how the market works this year. No matter how much they think they're an expert, nobody knows this year because of the Weekend League and Squad Builder challenges. Those will always dictate the market, and you just never know, boys. You just never know. It's honestly a lottery ball out of 100 balls. You know, you never really know. But just to show you guys my transfer list, this is what it's looking like, guys. I kept Shawcross and Alejandro Gomez and Glick, but I had too many Gomez's and not enough Shawcrosses and not enough coins to complete the other one, so I had to sell them off. But anyways, guys, this is coming to the end of the episode. But before we end it, I'm gonna need your advice on what team I should build for the false 9 for this upcoming Weekend League. I'm gonna show you these teams right now on the screen, and I'm gonna ask you guys, please help me out. Let me know in the comment section below. Right here, let's get it. Okay, boys. So these are the 4 options that I'm gonna show you. First off, obviously, center forward Del Piero being the man of the midfield here, man of the center forward position, and being our superstar player with Matuidi in there. Very solid team all around. That's one of my top options, to be honest. Then my other option is to keep my team of the year Modric, don't sell him, but sell Iniesta to have enough to buy Neymar and Messi and Di Maria as a Liga and hybrid there. Conte, then you got Koscielny, Smalling. You know, the only one that would be iffy about is Marcelo, but looks like a solid team. Messi at center forward, I think would be brilliant. Let me know what you guys think about that. Then the final 2 squads I built, guys. Ibra false 9, which is the player of the month, Ibrahimovic. Do I complete him? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below, guys. A lot of people love him. A lot of people hate him. I don't know. Martial, then you got Matuidi as well in there again with Kurzawa, Firmino. This would let me keep Winston Reid, who's my favorite center back in the game, and in from Walcott, which is amazing. But yeah, boys, last but not least, the last option we have here is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I know, an interesting spot for this false 9. Bad passing, but I don't know. It's a pacey option. I've never used a pacey option there. Plus, I love Alba. I would be able to keep Hazard with Conte. Full Bayern defensive backline with Vidal in the midfield. And an in for Ousmane Dembele, who I've never used before. But guys, these are the 4 teams. Please let me know which one I should build in the comment section below. But as always, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you guys think about the podcast style videos. Until next time, guys. Peace.